Obtv, live from Old Bakery Studios here in Truro. On tonight's show, we have William The Conqueror, Dr. Funk and Boundless Brothers. In this show, I'll also be speaking with Kieran Webber, Editor-in-Chief at Clunk Magazine. We have an interview with Sheila Vanloo, all about what's up and coming in the gig calendar.
Openly glum, the world passing by as you hold out your thumb like a good kid, caught up to no good. The sun like the hammer on top of the hood. Not home when you needed it most, laid out for a while in a town by the coast, where the gulls and the dreams live off the bread. Fate draws in circles around in your head. Move on. Of mind was only the crumbs. Take what you're given and cherish your sons and your daughters, protected from sins when the cold hand unforgivingly swings. Have mercy, you know it was wrong. The queue for redemption is painfully long as you run. Please don't forget me, awaiting the tide to be buried at sea. We move on. Stay focused for a twist in the road. Sharpen your senses as sanity slows. Just imagine the sets rolling in, and all that you have is the instinct to swim. Make your peace like only you can. You fell for the god, but you married the man in the moonlight. Hitching a ride, abandon your post for the shadow inside, and move on. Move on.
So I'm now here with Sheila Vanloo from Vanloo's Reviews. We're going to have a quick chat about the upcoming gig calendar here at Old Bakery. It's lovely to see you again, Sheila.
Oh, you too. I've missed everybody.
It's really been a few weeks.
Yeah. We've missed everybody outside. It's been, yeah, a long time. But obviously there is a light, a little glimmer of hope now at the end of the tunnel, because on May the 17th, venues are allowed to open, but with reduced capacity, obviously. Now, the Old Bakery have got a really good past record with this. They do 50 capacity, very limited, but it works. Seated, everybody's seated at tables, there's table service, everybody's socially distanced. And I came, I think, to all the gigs they had during that very brief hiatus when we could go to gigs last year. It really worked brilliantly. So yeah, it's. I think everybody's looking forward to that.
Who are you looking forward to playing the most?
Ooh, well, where do we start? There's a lot coming up. I guess I'll do them in order of date,
okay,
because then I'm not sort of preferential treatment for anybody. So Three Daft Monkeys, obviously old friends of the bakery, always a great party band, but obviously with 50 capacity, They'll probably have to tone it down a little bit, you know, but they will be great. They always are, always a good show, and they're fun, and they're so desperate to get out and play and see people again. So that'll be a sellout for sure, and that's May the 22nd. Very exciting. Ruarri Joseph is back, and William the Conqueror will be playing a very rare intimate performance, as of necessity, obviously, and that'll be June the 4th, and their folk rock roots and blues are just awesome. Plus, they've just dropped a brand new album on us, and it's Maverick Thinker. I recommend it to everybody. If you're a Ruarri fan and William the Conqueror fan, then listen to the album. If you don't know what I'm talking about, listen to the album, because
it's really good.
They are
really
brilliant,
good.
And you need to get your tickets for that. That one's June the 4th. We've then got Keith James. Now, this was a new name on me. I don't know if you've heard of Keith before. I have to admit, I'm a bit of a Leonard Cohen snob. So when I was told that this guy, Keith James, is coming on June the 18th, and he performs a tribute to Leonard Cohen, I went, oh, I don't know about that. But I was very reliably informed that he's brilliant. And I've since had a look at various YouTube clips and films. Have to say, as a Leonard Cohen snob, he is brilliant. And I will definitely be here for that one. He's just fantastic. So that's one. Again, 50 tickets, they'll go like nobody's business. That's the 18th of June. Martin Harley always draws a crowd. And he's back with a brand new album as well, Roll with the Punches. He's here on the 2nd of July, and as always, he will bring his incredible acoustic roots and blues music. Amazing guitarist, just a great musician and performer. James Sheed, he's coming. Beautiful folk rock storytelling songs. Now, this was a gig that had to be cancelled last year, sadly, so it's been rescheduled for July the 3rd. And tickets, if people have still got their tickets from the previous sellout gig, then those tickets will be honoured for this gig. Mm-hmm. So check out the website, check out Facebook, and just see where you stand with your tickets. But they will be honoured for this rescheduled gig.
Wonderful.
And I think at the moment, that's all that's definitely in the diary for the upcoming 50 capacity tickets. But looking further down the line, we've got some awesome ones penciled in for the autumn. We've got Henge, Cut Capers, Haunt the Woods, Red Rum Club, Beans on Toast, William the Conqueror, full show, Mad Dog McRae, and lots more. So, you know, we really need to look forward to that. But essentially, for now, get your 50 capacity tickets booked for those shows that I mentioned earlier, because they will sell out, and there's nothing worse than looking forward to a gig, not getting your ticket until directly, and then realising that actually you're not going to get in.
So I'm now here with Sam and Bo from Boundless Brothers. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Yeah, good, thank you.
Are you looking forward to playing a set for us?
Yes, really excited.
Yeah, it should be wicked.
Yeah, we haven't played together for about, what is it, four or 5 months now? Yeah. And we had a practice the other day which went okay, so hopefully it'll be all right.
Of course it will be good. Yeah. No, I'm sure it will be. You're described as like an Americana kind of poppy rocky band. I've listened to a bunch of different bits online and it kind of throws like a lot of good vibes all in one place. How did you kind of stumble upon that sound?
That's mostly Bo's fault, to be honest.
I listen to quite a lot of different things like Latin music and world music and reggae, and I try and bring it into my drumming style, and then you come from the bluegrass pop rock background, so we kind of merge our genres together and create the sound that we do.
No, it's really fun, and it's definitely got that like feel-good, summery vibe, which I think we all need at the moment. How long have you guys been together?
As me, Seb and Bo, we've been going for about
7
6, 7 years now.
Yeah.
Over the course of those 7 years, do you have a notable favourite show?
For me personally, I love playing Land's End in St Just. I mean, it's just fantastic. I mean, it's just so open, and just being at the end of, well, the end of England is just fantastic.
Wow.
And I love the sound you can have there as well. You feel like you're doing a festival sort of size gig, but for your fans. So yeah, that's mine. What about you?
Probably Daymark Festival. We were talking about that earlier. It's this really nice festival in Isles of Scilly. We basically get the ferry over, play there for a couple of nights, and we've done that about 3 times now, and every time it's just absolutely amazing fun.
Have you guys got any plans for further releases into 2021? I know you've just released a single, so have you got anything upcoming?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment we're just bouncing over ideas, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're just trying to do a lot of demoing and pre-production, just so we can get some good material together.
Get it solid, yeah.
But I think our main plan is by July to release a 7-track like EP album-y sort of thing, just to kind of move away from EPs and get ready to go into like a whole full-blown album sort of thing, because we're starting to really get our sound together.
Yeah.
Who would you say your biggest influences are within your music?
Well, me and Seb grew up with surprisingly like heavy metal music, and my favourite bands growing up were like Nirvana and Slipknot, which you can't really hear much of in the music, but and then Bo, you like The Police. And
I'm into The Police, Bob Marley, a lot of like reggae and ska sort of influence stuff, and like pop rock as well. I'm really into Kings of Leon, and then you've got 1975. I try to keep my mind as open as possible.
Yeah.
The more you can take in, the more you can influence your playing and then influence other people. So that's I just listen to anything really.
So you're going to play for us your track Crying Shame.
Yeah.
This was released a few months back. What's kind of the story behind it? How did you release it?
So this one was written last year, and there was like a small window where we were allowed to go into the studio. Was it last September time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went into Cube Studios to record that one, and then we ended up releasing it in February, which went really well. And we just got a little music video together for shots in the studio, and yeah, it worked really well. And that was the first song we had Chaz, the new guitar player, on, and he's amazing.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing him play live, because I think it's going to be a real treat.
Cute. Yeah.
Lately I get the feeling I've been cast into the fire, and the things that I believe in, they don't matter down the line. I don't know why you take me for a fool. I don't know why you play me like you do. I guess you think joke's on me. It's a crying shame. Why's it gotta be this way? Guess I'll save this pain, save it for another day. What's the matter with the way I'd like to say what's on my mind? What's the matter with the way I like to think before I open fire? Well, I don't know why you take me for a fool. I don't know why you play me like you do. I guess you think the laughs on me. It's a crying shame. Why's it gotta be this way? Guess I'll save this pain, save it for another day. I give up on trying to change your mind. I give up on trying to make things right, because my heart could take much more. It's a crying shame. Why's it gotta be this way? Guess I'll take this pain, save it for another day. It's a crying shame. Why's it gotta be this way? Guess I'll take this pain, save it for another day. The sun is a floodlight. There's no place to hide. It's just another day. She spied me a keeper, made fun of my voice, knelt at the altar. You should be famous. You should be in the papers without your makeup. There's no problem until you make one. Think I'd better wake up. Yes, your face is familiar, but your pain not so. Give me the keys. The drip of the citrus, the smell of the hide. I can't seem to toughen up. You should be famous. You should be in the papers without your makeup. There's no problem until you make one. Think think I'd better wake up. Mud on the new sheets, ash on the teeth, the fizz of the ginger. She won't say yes, oh, but I can't say no. Thank God for the radio. You should be famous, you should be in the papers without your makeup. There's no problem until you make one. Think I better wake up. You're so rude. Yeah, got some kind of attitude with your cards face up. There's no problem, so I'm gonna make one. Yeah, time for me to wake up.
Alright guys, my name's Johnny Rubin, aka Dr. Funk, and I'm in my spot where the video went viral that made me famous. So the person that inspires me the most musically is Marcus Miller, but I've also been inspired by Flea, is where I got the name Dr. Funk because I wanted a stage name. I wanted something like Flea, you know, so before I was Dr. Funk, I was Funkmeister J, but I used to spell it wrong, so it was Funkmeister J. So when I'm busking, it's the best feeling ever, just to make people smile on the street. I know everyone around town now that I've been busking in the same spot for so long. And like the best time is obviously Saturdays when it's the busiest, but I don't actually pick and choose the time to come. I just come whenever, you know. I got into music when I was very young. I started playing guitar, but I remember like my dad was a guitar player and a singer, and he's probably the one that got us into it. And yeah, I started playing bass lines on the acoustic guitar. And then I used to sing in the band. I used to be the singer at school. And I gave that up for my mate to be in the band, Chris Hogg. He's now the singer in the band, in the big sets that I play with. My future plans, basically I've got big dreams. I want to own a '68 Mustang fastback. That's my biggest dream. But musically, I want to hit the top. I want to follow in the footsteps of my idol Marcus Miller, who plays melodies. He's a lead bass player, but he used to play with Miles Davis, and I'm nowhere near his standard yet. But that's my plan. I want to hit the top. I want to be the biggest. At the minute, I'm writing an album, and I'm going in the studio in the next couple of weeks, and it's going to be the best album that you ever heard in your life. So come see us in Newquay, in this spot, when I'm busking, anytime in the summer. I'm going to try to be here as much as I can. Outside Peacocks, outside Rose, on the energy supply, the electric supply right here. This is my spot, so no buskers. Stay away.
I'm now joined with Kieran Webber. He is the editor-in-chief and founder of Clunk Magazine. Why did you start Clunk? What's the story behind Clunk?
So I was fresh out of Falmouth University and I was looking for work and looking for jobs, and I wanted to work in music and music press, and I noticed a massive lack of Cornish-based music publications, and thought, well, I'll start my own then. So I did, and the idea was always to basically have a platform which can support local artists, but also connect local artists to the rest of the country as well. So yeah, I wanted to create a hub basically where Cornish artists can be represented, as well as make connections with artists outside of Cornwall, so they can sort of flourish and just show the rest of the country that Cornwall's a bit more than pasties and seagulls, although they are two great elements of this county.
What do you think of the local music scene? I personally feel like it's massively exploded over the last few years, and I think you probably feel the same. Yeah,
absolutely. I think there's been a massive push for it from people within the county who want to see more of it, and also just a litany of new bands and artists coming through who are just amazing, and really sort of carving out their own sort of space down here, which is great to see. Obviously you've got boys like the Resna, the Velvet Hands, who, especially the Velvet Hands as well, seeing them sort of conquer not only Cornwall, but then also starting to really make a mark in London as well is great. Falmouth bands that I really like is obviously you've got Stanley Duke and the Kindred Spirits, who are great. You've got Suki, and you've got Milo Gore as well, who have all sort of come out of the Falmouth area and gone on to do really cool stuff, and are still continuing to really do really cool stuff as well now. So yeah, so there's now lots of opportunities for bands to play, to bands to grow, and for bands to sort of build a real strong fan base down here. There's a need for it and a want for it. So I love it. I think it's brilliant. I think we're the underdogs, and I think that is creating a massive drive within these artists as well, and within the fans, to kind of show everyone what we've got. And what we've got is something really amazing, really special.
I know you've wanted to go to print for ages,
yeah.
And I can successfully say that it's happened. What has this moment meant to you, and how excited are you that this exists in print form?
It's a monumentous moment. It's huge, yeah. Like, since we started, going to print was always the dream and always the objective, I guess. I think it's because when you go to print, it becomes real. Your brand becomes a physical entity that people can touch and feel and read. Similar to like when bands release, say, a record, it's the same thing. It legitimizes you, I would say, in a lot of ways. And the people we featured in it as well are amazing. We've got a Cornish artist on the front cover, Stanley Duke, as we mentioned. And we even managed to, you know, like I said, that whole idea of connecting Cornwall to the outside and vice versa. One of the main interviews in there is Romy from the XX, which is, again, surreal that that's in there alongside Cornish artists, and fantastic to see. So it brings everyone together and shows everyone again that, you know, Cornwall's got a lot going on, and there's a lot of cool artists down here who are doing really cool stuff.
Darling, we had nothing, oh, when nothing was enough. But I'm begging you for something, oh, 'cause something's all I want. Oh, it's only love, it's only love. Oh, it's only love, it's only. So is it wrong that love somebody, oh somebody? Yeah, is it wrong that love somebody, oh somebody? Oh, 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 'cause it feels so right. It's only love that makes me high. Oh, 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 it feels so right. It's only love that makes me. And darling, before you I felt this love from nobody. And I know I'd be nothing if it weren't for you and me. Oh, it's only love, it's only love. It's only love, it's only. So is it wrong that love somebody, oh somebody? Yeah, is it wrong that love somebody, oh somebody? Oh, 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 'cause it feels so right. It's only love that makes me high. Oh, 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 it feels so right. It's only love that makes me. Yeah, it's only love. Yeah, it's only love. It's only love. It's only love. Yeah, it's only love. It's only love. Your kind of love is all I want. It's all I want. Your kind of love is all I want. It's all I want. So is it wrong that I love somebody, oh somebody? Yeah, is it wrong that I love somebody, oh somebody? Oh, 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 'cause it feels alright. It's only love that makes me high. Oh, 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 it feels so right. It's only love that makes me. Yeah, it's only love. Yeah, it's only love. It's only love. It's only love. Yeah, it's only love. It's only love.
So I'm now joined with Ruarri, Harry and Naomi from William the Conqueror. They've just played a really banging set. It was really feel good, loads of good vibes, and it was nice to hear some new songs from the album as well. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
Very well, thanks.
Pretty good for having played some music together. Yeah,
Yeah, how do you feel being able to be back on a nice stage again?
It all came flooding back. Yeah, yeah. Even the silence at the end of the songs, it was just like, oh, it's like an old friend.
Welcoming you home. What's the history of the band then? Because I know you had a kind of career before the band started and then you guys came together. So what's the story behind it?
Well, these guys played in my band when I was a solo musician. They were like, you know, not session players, but, you know, backup band or whatever. But just a very cool chemistry. It didn't feel right going out under my name because we did something else together. So it just kind of organically fed out of that, I suppose, isn't it? Plus, we're all, you know, we were all living in Cornwall at the time, weren't we?
Yeah, it all felt
Nice
very
and
natural.
local, you know, keep it local.
So you've just released a new album. What was the process behind recording that? I know you did it out in LA, so can you tell us a bit about that?
So yeah, just a pretty amazing opportunity to go to Sound City and record there, where I mean, Tom Petty and Fleetwood Mac, and so it was just a dream come true to go there and play. And about, I don't know, 8, 9 days in, lockdown came in, so we had to bail. So we never got to say goodbye, which was a bit sad. So it's unfinished business with Sound City, but amazing opportunity for sure.
Yeah, hopefully you can go back at some point.
Yeah,
hopefully.
that's the hope. It was a bit of a whirlwind trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of exciting moments, and then it was all over.
It's quite mad because there's so much history there. You go in thinking, I'm just going to be stood in there, I'm not going to be able to move because I'm so in awe of everything. But I don't know, you have like 10 minutes of that, and then you're making a record, so if you have to at least pretend like you have the right to be there, you know, in amongst all these legends, and just get on with the work. So it was cool. You'd forget you were in Sound City until you had a lunch break, and then you'd see all the gold discs and go, oh yeah.
Yeah. So are you planning to tour with the album? I know that things are still a bit up in the air, but what's the plan?
Well, providing things go well.
We're talking about it,
If we can. Yeah, we'll be back. I think we have, well, tentatively a little 50 cap show here on the 4th of June, I think. And then maybe in September, October, when things have, well, I don't want to say it. There's some time later on where things might happen. We're dying to play it out. We obviously, the last time we saw each other was recording these songs, so it'll be nice to sort of play them in earnest again and feel that energy and celebrate the album, because we're really proud of it. And
yeah, having a release when you can't actually all celebrate in the same room together is quite an odd thing. But we're still really happy to get it out.
What do you individually have on repeat at the moment? What's an album or an artist that you've been absolutely loving?
I've been listening to a bit of Billy No Mates. I think she's pretty
she's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that one. She was on the Sleaford Mods songs. How I discovered her.
That's right.
Yeah.
My mate sent me a video of JJ Cale playing. It was a live gig, and he's playing with a drum machine, and he's playing bass with his feet, and it's one of the coolest things I've ever heard. So I've just been listening to that.
Send me that.
I'll send it.
The Comet is Coming. You know them? They're just like a sort of fusion jazz 3-piece saxophone, drums, and keyboard thing. I don't know why, I don't know how it's come into my life, and the new Newquay record as well.
You had a bit of a King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard phase.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard had a little phase of that.
Yeah.
I was more kind of getting into the whole universe, because beyond the records they have all this weird fake mythology behind them as well, so I was quite into that, yeah.
So we're about to go into your live track, Jesus Died a Young Man. Tell us a bit about it, how did it come about?
That's a long one, that. Teenage experiences with church and religion, and growing up in quite a religious town in New Zealand, and I saw a long story. Listen to the words, I think it would do. I can't believe I just said that. You should really listen to the words.
Just listen to it. All your questions will be answered.
Incarnation of a genius. He stood for mercy, but the songs of praise were tedious. And I am yet to find the gallows for the noose I swing. I guess it ain't my thing. The one who prospers never writes me back. They found his body, then the followers took up the slack, and they stuffed a note into his pocket as a fake ID. Rather him than me. Not now, God. My wheels in spin. I've not the patience to begin again. Was on the edge, then I saved myself. Can you tell it like it is, man? Please don't keep it from the kids, man. Jesus died a young man. It's for the best. The curves are many and they alternate from right to left. A central theme that lets you plow but never sow your seeds. It's for all your nervous needs. Divide the distance from the ground between the chapters read, and feel the universe inside you as you lie in bed with dry lips and a crooked tooth. Yeah, and without absolute proof. Not now, God. My head's a mess. Do something useful while I get undressed. Faith's chains all around my feet. Can you tell it like it is, man? Please don't keep it from the kids, man. Jesus died a young man. Yes, a sufficient deal will get you to the church on time. Lock horns with heaven and remember that what's yours is mine. I was only here to give. I didn't mean to take, but now it's keeping me awake. 'Cause dark angels hover every time I look the other way. But there must be something I can glean to keep the grief away. Single digits and some words to memorize and sing. Maybe it is my thing. Not now, God. My game is good. I got the message and I understood. Was on the edge, then I clicked my heels. Can you tell it like it is, man? Please don't keep it from the kids, man. Jesus died a young man. shivers as the one's about to take the hit and accept the blueprint from the man who lost the flaky crowd. Oh, for crying out loud. Yes, I deserve whatever's coming just as much as you. Let someone else decide who gets to join the growing queue. I choose to marvel in his mystery from a distant shore. Nothing more, not now, God. That ship has sailed. Only when I reach the end will I know if I failed. I won't salute, but I leave in peace. Just tell it like it is, man. Please don't keep it from the kids, man. Jesus, stop it right now.
Thanks for joining us for tonight's episode of Obtv. If you liked what you see, please make sure to give us a like on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also make sure to follow us on social media because gigs are hopefully coming back and the gig calendar is getting pretty packed. Thank you to everyone for their hard work on the show tonight, and we'll see you guys very soon.